if we're not, we should be any moment now. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Yay. I am going to go ahead and play the intro and we will get started. Yay. And shout out to EJ's Fun Prints. She has a YouTube channel and an Etsy store. You guys take a visit her and take a look. And let's take a look at what we're going to be doing tonight. This is the flower. I just wanted to go ahead and show this because most of you are going to ask which flower I used. I'm sure here shortly if you don't ask right away. This is the Mother's Day bouquet cartridge. Guys, there are tons of flowers on this cartridge that you can use and layer up and create your own flower. I am using today this one here, and this is image number #M like May 4564 E like Edward. So this is the flower that I used today, and all I have done, guys, is go in and let's customize. All I did was go in and I brought it in and I made 5 different size petals, and I did the same with the leaf. I don't know if that leaf is off of that same cartridge or not. I will take a look here. No, it's Home for the Holidays. This leaf that we're using is Home for the Holidays cartridge, and it is M like Mary 81 C like Charlie 5627. Okay, and you can make the flower when we make the flower. The box itself is a supporter file. If you support monthly on Ko-fi, your Cricut Cutie collector on YouTube, or monthly on Ko-fi or on Patreon, then you get this box. Super fun and easy to put together. As always, if you have any questions, please put them in caps so that the moderators can see them, and they will help answer your questions, or we will come back to the screen and show you what we're doing. And let's take a peep. So this is the box we're making, and I used for this one, well, I used for both of them, I just used different colors, okay? I used the Cricut Foil Sampler Holographic Neon Craft Board. You need a sturdy material for this, guys. You need a craft board. It doesn't matter if it's regular craft board, the holographic, the foil, you need craft board for this project. Cricut makes an awesome. If you don't have the craft board, I'm going to say you need a minimum of 110 pound. 110 pound. Probably 120 like the Gina K, or something heavy like the Stampin' Up. The Stampin' Up might weaken, I don't know, but your Stampin' Up papers may work. Okay? For the flower, I used the Michaels papers, the 65 pound solid core. For the leaf, I used the green out of the Earth Pack. And on the one I made for the mock-up to show you guys, I used the teal out of. Today we're going to be using this green, And then I used a piece of the blush cardstock. And this comes in a different color pink pack too. This just happens to be a solid pack of the blush. Okay, so if you guys don't have the papers, you can get them. You're also going to need a red line tape. And what I mean by red line tape, and let me see if I can still have my link to post. Yeah, there it is. You will need red line tape if you're using the Cricut foil board like I am. You will need red line tape. If you are not using it, your art glitter glue will work. But if your paper has, your fancy paper, your foils, holographics, anything like that have a coating on them, they tend not to stick or hold well, and you need red line tape for them in order for them to hold. I happen to be using some from AC Moore, but I just posted a link. You can get it in 1/8 inch, you can get it in 1/2 inch, and you can get it in 1/4 inch. I used a little bit of the 1/8 and some of the 1/2, but if you only, I'm sorry, the 1/4. But if all you have is the 1/4 inch, it will work just fine. No need to buy the small one unless you just want it. It was just easier for me. As you can see, I used 2 pieces and then I used a thinner one so I didn't have to split it. So we're going to be making this flower, and then the box, when you pull it out, it will automatically open the lid up for you guys. You don't want to pull this all the way out after you assemble it. It won't hurt anything, you just have to put it back in, but that's as far as it pulls out. But you can get a good bit. You have about 1 inch at the back of the box from the opening. Okay, so it'll hold jewelry, candies, a good sized little gift. And then you're just going to push it back in to close it. And so you guys can see that at a side angle. You see it open there. Hopefully it's not washing out. Super fun little box. But you do need a sturdy paper to make this. Okay. And then I used, on that particular box, in case you guys want the same colors, I used the Nuvo drops in the center of that. I used the Aquatic Mist Nuvo drops. Today we are going to be using, to go with our blush paper, the Crystal Drops in Carnation Pink. Okay, you're going to need probably just a small amount of Scotch tape. You might need a little bit of art glitter glue, but that's it. And you're going to need some 3D foam dots. These are close to my heart. I have a link down below if you guys want the exact ones I'm using. They're a little thinner than some of the foam dots, and they're perfect for flowers. So that's what I saved those for. I saved those for my flowers. And then I've got my paper crafting kit pad from Cricut. That's the paper crafting toolkit. Your bone folder, of course. Some tweezers, and then on Amazon too you can find these in the fondant tools or the McGill flower tools. You can look them up. I am going to be using both because of the different size petals that I have. And we're going to do our flower last, and of course you'll need some scissors. To save time, guys, I went ahead and taped all of my pieces, so we're just going to go over before I start putting it together and show you where your adhesive goes. So if you're gluing, you can mark them. You can write in the tab. They're not going to show. So just be careful. You don't want to bear down so hard that you make it show through on your foil sides, okay? So this piece is the sleeve, okay? And on the sleeve, you're going to put it on this long tab here with your piece facing you here. With the bottom, this is the bottom of the sleeve back here, okay? So you're going to place it on this tab. On this tab, you're going to skip the bottom, this tab and this tab. So you want to put your tapes there. Then you're going to flip it over. And then you're going to tape across the top of the inside. So bottom pretty side and the side, back side across the top. That's the sleeve. This is the drawer. On the drawer, you're going to put it on these 4 points on your pretty side, because those tabs are going to the inside to make our drawer. Then you're going to flip it over, and you're going to do the big tabs instead of the little ones, okay, on the inside. So small tabs outside, big tabs inside on the drawer piece. Then we have our drawer liner. You're going to place it all along the bottom of this side and across the top tabs. And you don't have to come all the way to this end, on the ends on this. You can even come shorter than I did, but if you go too far, it's not a big deal. I'll show you how I did it. I think I intentionally went too far just in case. Flip it over, and then you're going to put it on the pretty side on this side. Okay? The toolkit is on sale. Thank you for that, Sue. Let me see if it will let me post it. There's my tools link, so that toolkit you can get there. And then you've got, this is the drawer lid, okay? And you're going to put a little piece of tape on each of these two tiny tabs right here. Just here and here. You don't want them on the front anywhere else. Flip it over and go all the way around except the back. Okay? So on this side you go all the way around. This side just the two tabs. Then you have this octagonal piece. You're going to flip it over. Nothing goes on the pretty side. It all goes around, and then a small piece in the center. Then these two tiny pieces that look like this, you're going to put your tape on the inside of one and the pretty side of the other. So you have two, inside one, pretty side of the other. Doesn't matter which one, they're identical. Okay? Did everybody follow where we're putting our tapes? Anybody have any questions on those? The toolkit link didn't show up. There's a link for Cricut down below, guys. Thank you for shopping my links. If you shop my links, I do earn a small commission, and it helps me to bring you these projects and make the videos and things like that. So thank you in advance, but it is down below in the video description. Okay, and I have an Amazon link. Just look up Redline Tape. It'll pull it up. Yeah, I was posting from another program and hoping that it would go through, but it didn't. So sorry, guys. So let's start with the sleeve, okay? And the first thing you're going to do after you've got all your tapes on there is you're going to fold. And we're going to mount and fold these. And then just use our bone folder and gently, you don't want to scar up your holographic, which is not really easy to do, but it can be done. So just be gentle with it. And then once you've got those done, do your flap. You give that a rub. And then you're going to fold in your tabs. That's the bottom, or the back, I should say, not the bottom. And fold all of your tabs. Did you guys see in the announcement post the new tool organizer for your maker tools? I got mine ordered. Make sure you order yours when you get your holographic craft boards or your foil craft boards. So now we've got all of those tabs folded, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I like to start at the bottom, but it doesn't matter where you start, or the side, actually. And I'm just going to lift those tapes off. And I overlapped a little bit right there, so it's going to be a little stubborn, but you can just slide it out, and it won't hurt that that's overlapped. I'm just going to fold it in right here, and then I'm just going to bring this in and press it down. And it should line up and stay square for you, okay? Real super simple and easy. Then we're going to remove, now guys, I didn't cut this off on the file, and it doesn't bother me. If you don't like that overlapping right there, you most certainly can take your scissors and just snip that off. Right there, it's not going to matter. If you want that corner to be perfectly lined up, you can go in there and just trim that. And you're just going to take a little snippet off of there, and then they'll lay flat. But it doesn't bother me that they overlap, and it's not going to interfere with the design of the box, and that's why I didn't go back and change it. I didn't want to detach all those score lines and all that for that because it didn't really matter. So all you're going to do then is just press down, take all your tapes off, your liners, and then you're just going to keep that square and press it down. And I'm a little bit off. Let's see if I can get that apart before I press it. There we go. Just want to make sure that you get it lined up. Then I'm going to go inside and press those tabs down from the tape. And then we're going to take the liners off of these pieces. It really goes together really quick, guys. It takes longer to tape it, really. And you're just going to press them to the inside. And that creates your sleeve. It's called a paper crafting kit, Susan. Paper crafting kit. It comes with the quilling tool, the mat, and piercing tool. I think that's what's on it. So that's your sleeve, and you can set that to the side. Then we'll just go ahead and start with this piece. This is your drawer liner, and the first thing I'm going to do is fold all of my tabs, and these fold to the inside. But before you peel your tapes on those, you're going to get everything folded, and you're going to start with your side tab. So we're just folding on all of our scores, and actually I'm folding this backwards. This one folds backwards, guys. Opposite of what you think it would fold. Okay. So then you have something looking like this. I folded that the other way. So it's going to fold just like this. These tabs go to the back towards the inside, and then this tab comes to the front. And we're just going to peel our liner off here, and it goes to the inside of this box. And you can see where my tape might be a little bit long. I brought it too far to the end. Don't worry about it. Just peel that back and fold it over. Okay? Won't hurt anything. And just get it square. Press that down, and then you can just let your tape hang there, and that's going to make it easier when you get ready to peel that. Do not peel this yet. Okay? There we go. And now we're going to peel all of these top tabs and just press them over. These things have static electricity, and they're clinging to me and to my work. So we're just going to leave that just like that. That piece is pretty much complete. Then you can take your octagon piece here, and you can peel the tapes off of those and just fold those over and stick them down. You can use your bone folder on them too if you want to, but they're pretty much in there. And I'm not worried about my liner. It should slide out of there when I get ready to do that piece. If not, we can peel back that liner since I'm covering both of them. And just let it relax. You don't want to take the center piece out yet. Not till the end. So we're just going to let that hang there for a little bit. And then that piece is finished. Now we're going to do the drawer. And you're going to fold and score on all your score lines. Fold and use your bone folder, I meant, not score it. It's already scored. And then you're going to fold your tabs to the inside. And so it should look something like this after you've got everything folded. Now we're going to do the small tabs first. And I'm just going to peel both of those. And I'm just going to bring it in, and we're going to make sure that we've got our corner square, and then we're just going to press it down. And the reason I don't use art glitter glue on these, like I said, there's a coating, but even with these going paper to paper here, if you get too much glue, it makes it bubble up under the coating, and it looks funky. So that's why I'm using tape on that, in case you guys are wondering. It doesn't like moist glues. If you don't get too much, sometimes it's okay, which I'm going to show you. I'll probably use just a teeny tiny bit on a piece that's not going to show. And again, we're just going to bring those in and press them down. And the red line tape is enough to hold these guys, because they get a little, they got a little bit of resistance on them. So now we're just going to peel our tapes on these and fold those to the inside. Yay! Thank you, Andrea. I know better than to try to use my fingers to peel those. You guys don't look at my nails. They look horrible. I'm not going to a nail shop anytime soon. Or a hair salon. I bet we all are feeling the effects of that. So then that is the drawer, and on one end you have a little slit. Okay, I probably should have done that first. I forgot, guys, to do my ribbon. So it's going to be a little difficult. Before you close up your sides, do your ribbon. It's just easier that way. And I am using a little bit wider. On the one I did yesterday, I used a 3/8 inch ribbon. And today I'm using a Stampin' Up, and I think it's 5/8. No, it's 1/2 inch. It's 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch is about the widest you can go. Okay, and this is why I say it's easier. You're just going to kind of push your ribbon through that slit. Just gonna give it a little shove with my tweezers and grab it. You don't want to break down your box, so that's why I say it's easier if you do this step before now. I stuck my tweezers right through it. I was so excited to show you guys how to make this that I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. Let's see if I can grab it that way. I don't want to mess up the front of my box. Please come through. It doesn't want to cooperate. It's being stinky. Let me get my other tweezers. If I could get it to grab, I don't want to push it through any further than I have to. Oh well, I'm just going to make a mess of mine just so I can get it started. Please do this before you put your sides up. Those just won't hold it. They just will not. Oh well, I'm going to have an ugly front piece. It is just being a booger. Okay, maybe. There we go. There's one side. You have to make a loop and get that loop in there. Yay! Everybody clap. I got it. Please. Clap, clap, clap. So you just want a little loop right there. Something for them to pull on. And like I said, it is so much easier if you do it before you fold this box. Then I'm just going to take a teeny tiny drop of art glitter glue and I'm just going to stick it down right there. Because actually it should be folded under that tab when you're done. It will cover the edge of it. We're not worried about the other edge. I'm just taking a teeny tiny drop and placing it down just to hold it in place. Nothing major. I don't want enough to wet and make the front of my box look funky. Just to hold it open. And then I'm just going to take a couple of pieces of Scotch tape and I'm just going to tape it down across my ribbon. Just a little reinforcement is all you need. Okay, so once you have your Scotch tape in there, you're good to go. Then you'll need your sleeve piece again. But before we put that on, we're going to do this piece because you need it. You need all three of these pieces to go together. So I'm just going to fold on all of my scores. I'm going to press that down. I'm going to put this glue away before it's clogged. Just going to fold all of these pieces. Thank you, Paula. The weeding hook, I didn't have it handy. It probably would have just poked through the ribbon too. Okay, and now you can see that there is a slit in the front of this. We're going to get another piece of ribbon. And guys, you don't need a whole lot here, but don't cut yourself short. I'm just going to cut this at about 10 inches, and it's way more than I need. I know that it is. So you're going to need about a 10-inch piece of ribbon here. we can do this one here in just a second. We are going to peel this tab here. Fold that over. Fold that over. Just getting these tabs out of the way, and fold that one over. So you have a piece looking like this now, okay? And I'm just going to take and press that ribbon right into that slit. And pull it through. See how much easier that goes when you do it at the right step. So and it's going to be snug. My ribbon is folding over just a little bit. A ½ inch may be a little bit too wide. If it is, just snip. No, it's laying flat. You just want it to lay flat, okay? So once you have your ribbon in there, this piece should look something like this. All right? And that is where it comes up on the lid, okay? I'm trying to, you want the long end on this right here. And then you're just going to do what we did with the other, except you're doing it ahead of time. Just a tiny drop of glue just to hold it down. And then a piece of Scotch tape, and we're just going to tape over it. Try to keep it flat. I wrinkled mine, but it's not going to matter. I'm just going to reinforce it and tape it down. So now take off these tabs on the inside. And I like to put this to the back, but it doesn't really matter. I call the back where the tab is. And you're just going to lay it up even with the back here and fold that piece over and stick it down. And same over here. Just make sure you have it good and even across the back and press that down. We're almost done. Now I'm going to take the one that has the tape to the inside, and we're going to peel our liners off that tape. Just like so. You know what? I taped that too soon. I am messing up, guys. Don't tape this yet. At least it won't show. So I can pull that off. I taped it. It's right, but it's not right. I did it too soon. Because we have to adjust. There we go. So peel your tape off of this one. And then stick your ribbon right on top. And then roll your ribbon around one complete turn. Okay? And then you can use a piece of tape, whatever you want, or a dab of glue right there on that. And then I am going to, I just want it to stay snug. Just going to hold it for a second. And then I'm just going to place a piece of red line tape right across that. Just a small piece. Even though it's really sticky on the sides, I want it to be over that ribbon. And then peel that off. Now you can layer this piece right up on top of it. And you want to keep it even. and just press those together. Just like that. Then pull your ribbon through this way. So it looks, your box should look like this right now. We're going to peel this tape around the base and on the sides. And slip it right. Just gonna tuck that in. Slip it right inside. It will try to get sticky on you. Just wiggle with it because don't press your sides or anything yet, and it'll go in there. Press on the corners where you have your strength at. Don't let your tapes get in the way. Just coax it down. There you go. And then once you have it all in there, then you can press those stickies all the way around. Just give them a good rub so that that liner is stuck inside. Now if you want to do a little bit of glue right here, you can. I wouldn't do much, but just a little, and that's just right here where your pull is at. Okay. Now you're going to need your sleeve, and we're going to peel this tape liner off of these while you have room, and this is the easiest way. Trust me, you don't want to do this at any other point than right now. Determine the bottom of your box, and I determine the bottom of my box for my seam here on the inside, and this is where my back panel is down, so I've got a nice smooth top. And we're going to place this right in the top, keeping it even, right along that edge, and press it down right there. You guys see where I put it? It almost blends in with the tabs, but it's right there on the edge, and everything is pressed down. And now your box should look something like this. So now we're going to pull our ribbon as we insert it into the drawer into the sleeve, that is. And it's going to be a little bit of a snug fit, but it goes. And you're just going to keep pulling that ribbon. I'm hung up on something. Oh, that corner wasn't stuck right. There we go. And you're just going to push it in. And you're going to pull this ribbon taut. Okay? This ribbon needs to be on the outside. Now I want you to pull the drawer until it pops open right there. Okay? Once it's open right there, that's about as far as you want them to pull it out anyway. This is where you need to cut your ribbon off. Just like that. And then do those steps that I just undid. Fold it over, just a tiny touch of glue to hold it, and I lost my tape. I saved it over here where I pulled it off because I didn't mess it up. Just take a couple of pieces of Scotch tape and run across, just like that. Just to secure it, and I like to run one down as well, horizontally and vertically. And now you want this piece, and you can peel off the center, and then you're going to add some around the edge. I forgot to put the tape on that, so when you're doing your octagon and you did it all on the inside, I lied when I said there was none on the outside. You want to do your outside tabs too, guys. I forgot that I did this. This piece needs to have that extra tape. It needs to be secure. Now I'm not doing the bottom. Don't need to do this bottom here, I don't think. Nah, I don't need to do it. The Scotch tape will hold the ribbon. And just peel all your liners. If you can get hold of them. There we go. And then you're going to place this piece right here on the lid to make it pretty. And just press it down. And you're done. We are done. How cute is that? And it really is pretty quick for a box like that. So we're going to get rid of all of those little red line tapes, and now we're going to work on our flower. Isn't it, Kim? I just love this little box. The story is, I saw this a few years ago, and I was going to make it out of chipboard, and I was like, that is just so much work. Nobody really wants to do that, even though it's cool. So I kept trying to figure out a way to make it from a heavy cardstock. And after several tries, and a year later, we are here. So I'm taking my biggest leaf, and I am taking my ball stylus or my fondant tool, whatever you want, and I'm pressing pretty hard, guys. And I am breaking that paper down on this flower. I don't know what this flower is called, but when I was making this, I was like, this almost looks like a magnolia. I mean, it's probably a peony or whatever, but it is so darn close to looking like a magnolia. But you're just going to break down all the leaves, and then you're just going to let it roll till it cups. And you're going to do that with each of these 5 petal pieces. These pieces, guys, even when you layer them up, it looks like you've done a pieced petal flower. So you get more fullness out of them. We're just going to keep going. I'm going to switch to my smaller one for these, because I really want to break that paper down a lot. I want it to crinkle up and wrinkle up and lift. But I'm just putting a lot of pressure on it on my soft side of my Cricut pad. If you don't have your pads yet, your flower pads, McGill makes a pink one. I'm going to go to this one real quick. This one's a little bit faster. It won't give me quite what I'll still get the look and then go over it with the little one. McGill's has a pink pad that you can do this with if you don't have the Cricut one. You can use a mouse pad, but you won't get as much indentation on the mat. So you may have to work at it a little bit harder. And this does give your wrist a workout. Not gonna lie. Because we're really breaking this down really tough. Yes, they are in 65-pound, Kim. I'm sorry, I'm shedding here. They are 65-pound cardstock from Michaels. Yep. And you can get them in the tonal packs, in the mixed colors, and you can get them in solid packs. I use a lot of pink, so I buy that not only in the tonal, but I buy the solid pack of blush where the whole 50 sheets is blush because I use a lot of pink. It's one of my favorite colors. Then my leaves, I do them opposite. So totally up to you. That's just me. And then I'm just going to break that down the same way. We're just going to rub, rub, rub. Okay? Because we're going to flatten them back out too a little bit. But we want those crinkles in there to make them look as real as we can. See how I broke the paper down? You want to break that paper down really good. And a lot of people would just glue these together or use hot glue, guys. I like to give mine dimension, so that's why I'm using foam dots. And I'm going to use some of the small ones, and I'm going to use a big one too. But I'm just going to take my largest petal, which I think, yeah, is this one. I'm just going to take a foam dot and I'm going to place it right in the center. Peel the protective off of it. And then you want to put your petals in between the other petals. And then you're just going to stick that down. And these dots are just going to give you more height and dimension on your flowers that you can't get with glue or hot glue. Well, hot glue you can if you mound it up, but that's just way too much work. And then again, put them in between the petals and just press it down. And I did use a foam dot between each layer of this flower because I want my petals, you can see how my petals are lifted up and not collapsing together. That's what these do. And then the last little bitty. So there you have that. Then I'm going to take the large one and peel that one off. I'm just going to stick it to the back. I'm not going to peel it yet. That's how I'm going to apply it to my box. And I use a little bit of you can use foam dots and put them on the box and then put your flower on top if you want to do that. But I like to come in behind one of my petals just to kind of make that petal plop down a little bit more. And then I'm just going to put a touch of art glitter glue right there, and I'm just going to hold that until that leaf glues to the petal. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on this side, going basically with the same two petals down. I think I went under it. I did go under it. Like so. And then I'm just going to, just a touch of glue to glue it to that petal. Let's give them a second to dry. Keep them pressed. And now I'm going to grab a couple more dots. Give it just a little press, and then I'm just going to peel these. And I'm going to place it right there. Give it a little press down, and then you can fluff your leaves back up because you have those foam dots. All that pressing will press them down a little bit. You can bring them in and cup them up more if you want. Just fiddle around with it. And then we're going to, I did 3 dots on the inside of that other one. I think I'm going to just, well, maybe I'm not. My Nuvo drops are dry. I didn't forget to close it. What's going on there? No! Excuse me, guys. Don't squeeze it. Glad I got baby wipes. I just blew the cap right off of that. Did you see that? I didn't think I squeezed it that hard. It just kind of exploded. And it went everywhere. I have never, ever have I ever seen that happen. Do not squeeze your Nuvo drops. You guys bear with me for just a second. I have to get this off of my photo umbrella. Never have I ever. Thank goodness for baby wipes. It does clean up pretty easily though. I have some on my blind I will get in just a moment. Because I have to stand on my desk to get that. But they take 30 minutes to dry, so. Okay. One last little bit. And then I will search for that cap later. Do things like that happen to you guys? Ever? Oh, carnation pink did not like going on that flower. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I have it all cleaned up now. Okay, let me grab a different one. Okay, so we're not using carnation pink, that's for sure. I am going to use Glitter Drops Sherbet Shimmer. That's what we're going to use. Since that one didn't want to play fair. I'm just going to squeeze 3 little drops, kind of touching. Right in the center. And those take about 30 minutes to dry. No, it didn't. It missed the box. It missed everything. It went on my computer screen, but it wiped right off. So, not a big deal. It happens. I would have probably been upset had it been paint, but those are pretty easy to clean up, so. Now I can't say never, Susan. You're right. You've done it twice, Jamie. Did yours go everywhere too? I mean, not one computer screen, but both. I have 2 monitors. I just noticed some on the other monitor I had to grab up real quick. Sorry about that, guys. I don't see anywhere else. Yes, I do. One more spot. So, let's see. When do we go live again? Let me pull the calendar up for you guys. Again, I'm just going to show you the box one more time. Super easy, super simple. And you can cut a piece of pattern paper for the bottom of this box if you want to. And if you want to do that, guys, make sure you put it in before you put in your sleeve, your liner sleeve, okay? So you can cut a piece of decorative paper in there. I put if it pulls out, like I said, just like that, it'll go right back in. I put shreds in mine, so I didn't bother doing the bottom of the box. But if you're going to use it for a keepsake for later, you might want to put some pattern paper in there. It does not wipe right off the carpet. I didn't get any on my carpet. It just, I don't know. It missed my light. It missed everything except the computer screens and my photo umbrella. And of course the desk. I didn't lose my whole bottle. I still have a ton in there. It just, I don't know, it's just like a stream. So let's go over and take a look at the next live. I would be upset if I emptied out the whole bottle because I don't know if that color's still available. I think it is, but just finding the single bottle because I probably bought mine in a set. I am looking for my calendar, guys. Bear with me. Let's see. That is not it. Where is my May calendar? Oh, well, let me pull it up on Facebook, maybe. Okay, showing. I'm having a hard time today. On a good note, I am still sticking to my diet, and as of today, I have lost a total of 20 pounds. Yay me! Okay. Now I have a calendar. I don't know what happened to my calendar. Yay. All right. We will be live on next Monday because life is happening all through here. Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow. I haven't seen any Cinco de Mayo projects. Everybody's been doing masks. Would love to see some of those. But we're live 3 times next week, guys. So on the 11th, I will see you guys then. We will also be live on the 13th and then Freebie Friday on the 15th in Facebook. Yeah, I wanted to double check that. I thought that's what it was, but I just wanted to be sure that you guys weren't looking for a live the rest of this week. I just have tons of things going on here at the house, and I am taking that hour to 2 hours a day for me to do my workouts and things like that and plan my menus and all of that kind of stuff. So I will be back on track, and I needed a few days because I'm trying to finish up my kitchen backsplash that's been torn apart now for almost a month. And it's on my last nerve because I just haven't had time to finish it up so that my husband can grout it when he gets back from Virginia. Cinco de Mayo is on Taco Tuesday, right, Pat? So guys, if you have anything, I don't have any particular. Is anybody interested in a chipboard project at all? Those take so long to cut, and and the way that I cover them, that I usually find that those are better done as recorded tutorials. So if you're interested, let me know and I will make a recorded. Let me know what kind of chipboard project you're looking for and I will do a recorded video for those. It's just very hard to do those live because I cover my chipboard and all of that, and it does take time. They have to dry and all of that kind of stuff in between steps. I will work on one. What I have in mind is a 5x7 card box made from chipboard for us to store some of our pretty cards in, our special cards that you're giving away, but you're holding on to for special occasions so that they don't get damaged. That was my thought, if anybody would be interested in that. And a Nuvo drop holder. I haven't forgot that, Patty. And I have to do that as well as that would have to be recorded as well. That is on my list. I have not forgotten it. Okay, do we have any other questions? Anything that anybody has any questions about tonight's project? Any other project? Okay, so those I'm gonna do 2 chipboard projects. I'm gonna try to get those out by next week, but they will be recorded. If I can get one out this week, I will. No promises though. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. I want to say thank you to all my Patreon and Ko-fi supporters and my YouTube membership subscribers. I could not do this without the help of you guys. You guys mean the world to me, and my moderators. They are my right arms, guys. So make sure that you show them some love as well. Thank you all. I will catch you on next Monday.